Hey guys, it's JC. I am back with something different this week. A lot on my plate right now. My son's getting married in a few days. So with all of that, I still wanted to throw something out there, record a video, give it to you. And this one is going to be my favorite wellness things because I love recommendations and several people's recommendations have changed my life at times. So these are all products that greatly impact my wellness that I have used for years and will put money into these products for years to come. They have had a huge impact. And so I'm not saying buy all of them, like some may be right for you, some may not. And again, because I'm a faith-based coach, the biggest advice of all of this, and I'll probably say it again before we're done, be prayerful. The Lord knows what will best help you to be in the highest state of wellness. He knows, even when it comes to products and things that you spend your money on. I have been prayerful about supplements. I have been prayerful about doctors, all kinds of things. So today you're getting my favorites and there's a lot. So we're going to dive in. We're going to have some fun. I think as a sugar addict, probably the number one thing that's helped me in my recovery process is protein powder, because you can get a no sugar protein. It tastes like chocolate. And so for my happy little sugar brain, I felt like I was getting a chocolate milkshake every morning. That has been a thing for me. It's just really helped me recover and still have, that little favorite in the morning. So here's my favorite protein powder. I have been through a lot of different ones. Orgain is clean. It's relatively inexpensive. If you add a frozen banana in your smoothie, the texture is good. I pretty much say that about any protein powders, but Orgain is fantastic. You can get it at our Costco for cheaper. It's at Walmart, I think, but I'll put the link, the Amazon link, maybe a little bit more, but it's at my Costco. So I also load up on the vanilla. This is just, it's not whey, it's plant-based, which is so good. And it's loaded. Can you see all these wonderful, I won't take all the time, but Orgain's my go-to and has been for many years for protein powder. But I will share one other kind I found recently. It's from an Instagram account. Carolyn Call, her Instagram is called just.ingredients. And I'll link that below. But she started making her own products because she healed herself from depression through food and supplementation and healing her body. This is her protein powder. That's her peanut butter chocolate. You can see it says just ingredients on it. And I have really enjoyed this. It's quite a bit more than the Orgain, but it's just so clean. So clean. So I'll put the link to that. If you want to try protein powder, those are my go-to. When it comes to food, my other favorite go-to, and right now, because I went without sugar completely for like 10 years to get myself over the addiction, but I can have a teeny bit here and there now. And this is kind of my favorite. If you've never heard of JoJo's, again, my Costco sells these, but there's 4 flavors. They're on Amazon, 8 grams. Here's one. Here's the little, it's just a little chocolate, dark chocolate, that it has fruits and nuts in it. And I do a half of one of these. So half is like 4 grams of sugar. So that I can do and it won't wreck my body. So JoJo's has been a staple for me, and I'll just pop and do half of one or a third of one. Just if you need a little taste of chocolate without binging. Now, had I tried this in my earlier days of sugar recovery, I probably would have binged on the whole bag. Maybe not. Dark chocolate's harder to binge on, right? And it was harder to get used to because I was such a milk chocolate girl. But making the transition and having something a little sweet around the house as you're beginning to recover can be really great. So I'll put the link to that on there. That's really all for food because it's so unique to everybody. If you struggle with digestive stuff, it can be called leaky gut. That can be one thing that causes digestive problems. Leaky gut is a big one. And this is a product that I have used for years from a doctor I highly respect. He kind of left Western medicine and went more deep into alternative things for the gut to balance it. And if you want to read more about him, his name is Dr. Zach Bush. It's all over YouTube. In fact, I may link a couple of his videos below, but this is a product he developed. It's just like a spoonful. You just drink it like on a spoon, and it can heal. Just if you read the reviews on Amazon, you'll see what I mean. People saying nothing else was working. This has calmed down all that craziness. And I didn't realize how many of us have digestive problems until I started working daily in a wellness clinic and asking those questions. And I'm my own surveys, 85% of us daily gut problems. So Ion Gut Health, wonderful product. It used to be called Restore, but they changed the name. And I really firmly believe in the work that Zach is doing and support this product wholeheartedly. So the link will be below. If you are unsure of how to balance hormones, now this is a tricky subject. Please, I'm going to say it again. Pray about it. Pray about it. So I couldn't really find a practitioner that I felt comfortable with that wasn't going to try to put me on synthetic drugs. I knew that wasn't the answer for me. Not that it's not fine for you. I just knew it wasn't for me. But I knew I needed some hormone supplementation. I found this wonderful company called Smoky Mountain Nutrition. Smoky Mountain Nutrition. I have been using their estrogen cream and progesterone cream for many years. Now, this is where it gets tough because our brain starts going, well, how much do you use and how often do you use it? And do I need both? And this is something I had to be prayerful about and experiment with a little bit, but especially for my body and some of the symptoms I was going through, the combination of these two have really, I'm going through menopause right now. It's really made a big difference, and you can take them till late in life. There is a lot of information on their website. The estrogen cream is not on Amazon, but I'll link the Amazon for the progesterone cream. If you're trying to conceive, this is a big one, and you're having trouble with that. Progesterone could be an important part. But there's also a lot of reviews on their website. So I would just say, pray about it, do your homework. This has been a very cost-effective way to help balance my hormones when I just couldn't find someone I trust. So I made the Lord my doctor over my hormones, and it's been working pretty good. I hope that doesn't sound weird. Progesterone and estrogen creams from Smoky Mountain Nutrition. The only other supplement I would recommend, the thing with supplements, I take quite a few, but supplements aren't regulated in the United States. In fact, when I was trained on this, I was told that you only have to have 2% of the thing to put it on the bottle and call it that. Like if it's an echinacea supplement, you only have to have 2% in the actual supplement to label it that. So you've got to be super, super careful where you buy your supplements. I'm not saying Walmart is never the place, but I kind of am. I would look for a more holistic source, a whole food source. And that's why I'm going to recommend one company, because I know it well. It's been around for over 100 years. They source their ingredients for their supplements from their own organic farm. Clean, beautiful supplements that I've worked with patients for many years. It's the Standard Process line. Used to be only available through chiropractors and practitioners, but I think you can get most of them on Amazon now. They've kind of changed that. But I'm going to recommend 3 from Standard Process. And again, not the most beautiful line. It's not this company is unbelievable, just in terms of a quality product that can really have an impact. So the 3 that I have so many in my medicine cabinet. This one is called Binge, and it is for anxiety. It is a mineral sedative. So it's a natural sedative to calm the body. Now, the thing with these kinds of whole food supplements is we're so used to taking a pill and then feeling an immediate, like I took a Tylenol, my headache's gone. Whole food supplements take a little while to build up in the body. So if you just take it for a few days and go, that didn't do anything, it takes about a month to get your body's levels stabilized and to see if this has an impact. So I definitely, if you try it, try a whole bottle based on the dosage it says on the bottle, but try a whole bottle before you judge whether or not it works for you. But Minchex, a lot of our patients use this to really add that calming effect. Zypan, I know these are weird names. Zypan is one we use a lot for bloating and abdominal distress, digestive distress. Again, you can read in the links because I don't have time in the video to talk about each one in depth, but Zypan's our go-to if someone's just really struggling with bloat, with just different digestive stuff. It is a digestive enzyme, and that is wonderful. And then all through this COVID stuff that we've been doing, Immuplex is a supplement that strengthens your immune system. And it is wonderful. My daughter works with special needs kids and gets a lot of germs. We keep her stocked, and she has done really well Doesn't mean you never ever get sick. It's not magic, but I have been using this. My bottle's almost empty. I use this a lot. So that can help strengthen the immune system. They have a billion supplements. They have an herbal line. They have stuff for anxiety, depression, women's issues, digestive issues, probiotics, all kinds of things. So standard process. You can look at that. All right. The last area of wellness I want to go into, I've already gone into in one video like a year ago, but it was on the second half of the video and I'm worried it's buried, and it has been a game changer for me because I have chronic pain. I was in a car accident like 10 years ago and my neck is kind of messed up. And so I always am, even though I get treatment a lot and have done a lot, that just there's issues there. I hold a lot of stress in my shoulders, and so I'm constantly battling that chronic pain. I've had some in my forum from a lot of work on the computer because I have an online platform and I battle that. I battle a little bit of TMJ, and I also worked in 3 chiropractic offices, which has shown me how many people battle chronic pain. So to me, the number one answer to prayer, and it was that, if I had time to tell you the story, it was straight from the Lord, was this book right here. It's called the Trigger Point Therapy Workbook. The idea is you can get knots in your muscles. Perfect example is right here. When we rub on those knots don't just tighten up in your shoulders. They can refer pain up into your head, shoot up into your head. They can shoot down in your shoulder blades, into your shoulders, and that goes for your whole body. You can have little knots in your muscles in places that are causing chronic pain. My daughter's a dancer, and we found one in her calf that was shooting down to her ankle. The doctors could not help her. They'd put her in a boot. They'd done everything they could. We found a knot in her calf, released it through massage, as this book showed me to, and she was walking without the boot and walking without pain, and it had been a year of pain. This, I could tell you 20 stories like that. This book goes through chapter by chapter, different parts of the body, chronic pain, head and neck, low back, different places. Where do you have chronic pain? And then you go to that page and it tells you different muscles that could have, those trigger points, and then how to release them through self-massage. So you can see it's all dog-eared. I probably had 5 or 6 copies of this book, and I think this is an older version. There's a newer version that I'll link in the link below. It is amazing in terms of self-care so that you're not dependent on a doctor or on pills for all of your chronic pain management. You are taught in this book how to take care of a lot of it yourself. So for instance, the book recommends this. Oh, it looks like that. Can you see it? It's called the Orgain. This is a tool for self-massage. So let's say my shoulder blades, right between my shoulder blades, I've had pain, and a lot of us get that from working on a computer too much. A lot of times we'll get chronic neck pain from leaning forward and looking at our phones too much. This guy is amazing. So see how I can put it behind me? And I can just put it right, oh, you can't see, right on that knot, and that helps me massage it out. Oh, that feels so good. I shouldn't have done that. I just am always tight here. I'm always tight here, but it also, you can work so many parts of the body with it. Once we bought one of these, it was funny, we started telling people about it because it was so epic. And my in-laws bought one, my brother-in-law bought one, my kids all have them now at their houses because it's just such a great way to release chronic pain. You can do both sides. I mean, I can work on my jaw. It just saves your fingers because you can't always get the spots and you don't always have someone to help you. So this, guys, we've had them in the house for probably 10 years and I almost use it daily. There's some spots in my glutes that when they tighten up from too much walking, it shoots up into my low back and my low back freezes. And so all I have to do is get this out, wrap it around right into that where that trigger point is in my glute, and I can release my low back pain. So again, combination between the Trigger Point Therapy Workbook, the Orgain, I will link those below. That has helped me manage most of my chronic pain, along with a little help from practitioners and massages and body work. It's been a lifesaver. I would also put this guy. I just got this little roller. Isn't that cute? It's called an ice roller, and they're super cheap. In fact, I got it in a 2-pack with a blue one and a pink one, but you can put them in the freezer. So this gets super cold, and I mainly bought this for my TMJ just because I can, it's a little easier than that big green one. but also for, you know, just rolling out, relaxing those muscles. So that's one other way. I also get really tight neck, so that would help me with the ice. You can just work those muscles and work them and calm them down. Good ways to deal with chronic pain. Okay, I only have one more thing. I was worried this video was gonna be super long, but it's not too bad yet. I thought about wellness and exercise, and I am a home workout girl. And if you go to a gym or like to work out outside the house, no worries, you can probably turn the video off now, but I love working out at home just because it's so time effective for me. And I realized my favorite trainer for at-home workouts, and has been 10, 15 years. I use all her stuff. In fact, here's my little, this is old school, I know. This is DVDs. I have probably 20, no, I have more than 20 of her DVDs. She has a whole YouTube channel. Tons of workouts, so you don't even have to buy DVDs. She has digital downloads. She has programs. Her name is Jessica Smith. She has walking workouts, lots and lots of easy, doable ones that her mother is the background exerciser. They're easy. She has kickboxing. She has bar. She has yoga. She has fusion workouts. Anything you like, she probably has made a video. Abs ones, lower body, strength training. She's so good. And she's super easy to follow. The choreography's not hard, but just a wonderful, bright, sunshiny personality that I have worked out with for so many years, and she has so many resources. So maybe I'll put below a link to her YouTube channel, and then also a link to a couple of her programs on Amazon if you want to go in and read reviews about Jessica and maybe see some clips of her workouts so you can see what those programs are like. Okay, was that fun? I don't know. These are the things that I will always have in my life. These supplements, the chronic pain massagers, the ways to work out, the protein powder. These are things that have really helped me get to a place that, especially as I'm coming into my 50s, where I'm just feeling good. And it's not perfect, but the hormone creams, all of it has worked. And the Lord has prompted different things at different times to add to my regimen that have really made a difference. So if you have questions, comment below. I'll try to clarify. If I was confusing about something, just ask me if you want more information, or just go to Amazon, go to the links and just read some of the reviews and see what you think for yourself. And again, most of all, be prayerful, because just because the hormone creams or this or that, or the supplements, just because they work for me, doesn't mean they're right for you. And I have learned that the hard way, recommending it to people and saying, this will change your life. Well, everybody's body chemistry is different. We all need different things, but hopefully there's something in here that may be of use to you and that will bless you the way that it has blessed me. Anyway, I will see you in a couple weeks. Thanks so much. Have a great week.